Hello, beautiful shining star. So, this class is no joke. No joke. Everything that I'm going to be sharing with you in this class is absolutely surreal. It takes you from kind of like wherever you are, and I feel like through my classes, since I speak a lot through my experiences, I feel like maybe spirit and I just got chills, so like confirming. Like I go through these different energetic experiences to share with you in depth what it feels like to go through certain things, right? So in this module, we're going to be doing what I call EFT tapping. And of course, I did not invent this. This is like very, very old. Um, I will it should have some written material about EFT. You could totally research it and see everything that EFT is about. I'm just going to give you kind of like an overview because you're here to manifest some large sums of cash. You have expectations, you have a story that you want to co-create, you want to shift your reality. So in this module, we are doing EFT to attract the lottery winning. So I'm going to show you the different PowerPoints and you are going to do this. You could do this along here with me, but I want you to incorporate it into your daily life. And you could use, of course, this for anything and everything. This is another way of speaking the language of money, because language is a vibration, is how we express what we intend and desire, so we could get the understanding of the communication. You know, when you're asking for something and you want to receive what you're asking for, you have to express it. So we verbally express it, and that creates a vibration that then turns into a frequency and aligns us with the outcomes that we intend and desire. EFT works in a very kind of like higher level type of energetic, almost like zone. So we have a lot of points in our body because our bodies are divine, right? So when you're doing EFT, I like to place, I'm sitting down, I like to place my feet on the floor. Behind me, I have sacred singing bowls. I've been following that YouTuber for a really long time. I will try to link that below. If I didn't, please remind me so I can have a link below, because he does a lot of live singing bowl and music, type of energetic music. Okay, so let's get ready. First of all, I want to just kind of like overview, give you what we're doing. So very lightly, please don't beat yourself up, okay? This is very lightly. Now, when you watch the other videos on EFT, they're going to use specific points in your body. You'll notice that I use extra points because Spirit shows me that we have like different areas in our body. They're very specific to attracting and alignment, right? So of course we start tapping up here, which this is our crown chakra, right? So we start tapping up here, then over, almost like over your eyebrows, right? You know, and then I'm gonna have to take off my glasses, and then right under, don't want to lose my glasses, right under there, right under your nose here, I will tap my throat chakra, I will tap my heart chakra, and then right under your armpits, right between the little area, that little area right here, little fatty area. And some people will do one part, I'll do both. And then right here in that little fatty area, which mine is not very fat, some people will do this. So these are different energies. These are like our points in our body. I go above and I will do my solar plexus, which is like right over the belly button, sacral chakra, which is right under the belly button, a little more under before your private area, so almost like your lower abdomen, and you'll tap. But everybody does it differently. Another thing that I do is I will do this under the shower, in the shower. It is very, very powerful to do these exercises in the shower, especially like under the water. The element of water is generates a high pitch frequency, which I shared with you, hence the sonic booms with like the connection with the flowers. Also, the dolphins have sonic solars inside of their mind, and the whales communicating in long distances through that frequency and energy also inside of the water. So the water has a lot of different vibrations, and if you study, Emoto talks about speaking into water intentions, and you could see it crystallized if it's positive, and you could see it like the way that the water cracks when it's frozen when it's negative. And they did the same experiment with like rice and plants. So it's like a lot of experimenting with this type of vibration. This is why this class is so dear to my heart, because I witness this all the time, and we all, like, I go into that rut state just like anybody else, because life happens, you know, and we have to be in a place where we're able to say, no, that is not what I wanted, and, you know, get to decide and shift that vibration and energy. So it's like crazy. Yes, as I'm recording this class, I had like a major situation, and I feel like what I'm sharing, this, I go through these kind of situations, so spirit, almost like, so I could be like, wait, no, I have the power, I could do this, I could shift it. And spirit shares with me these beautiful rituals, this beautiful energy work, and then the manifestations are so crazy and so intense that it's just like, and I don't know if you can see, but I have like chills everywhere, because it's like, as I'm sharing this with you, it's surreal witnessing these manifestations. So even when I'm like, oh my gosh, you know, the shit has hit the fan and I'm going through it, because I get it, because you guys come to me with situations that are hardcore, and I'm just like, I get it, I've been there many a times, totally understand. So now enough about that. Let's go into the energy of the lottery, and I'm gonna do 2 different videos, because I want one just so you could use for your EFT tapping, and this one more like explaining what it entails and why this works. So as our body, our divine energy, when we tap on these precision points, we're generating different frequencies, and we're unblocking the lack. The reason why we don't manifest as fast, or sometimes not at all, is because we have major blocks. This could be trauma, this could be the stories that were told to us. I explained this prior, and I keep repeating it because through repetition, hence Joseph Murphy, we learn and understand and acknowledge, comprehend, and absorb all of that beautiful educational type energy, and then you connect with that higher power, which is your divine self, your God self, and you incorporate all that magic in your life. So follow your intuition, okay? Because like I said, when I do EFT, when I first came across EFT, it was through Hay House, and I thought it was really cool. And I saw it because Dr. Dyer went to see, and I forgot the teacher's name, and I'll write it below too. I just got chills again. I saw it and I was like, oh my God, this is so cool. So I started doing it for weight loss, because I had gained a lot of weight, and I went all the way down to like my 160s and 150. So I'm starting to use that again to help me with my health, and of course a lot of the changes that are coming. So I'm doing a lot of EFT because in a lot of areas of my life. So you want to have high frequency music, very, very important. If you're doing it in the shower, take it an extra notch and add the high frequency music while you're in the shower. And especially when you're trying to kind of shift the energies in your life because you're in too much turmoil, this is going to help you clear all of those stagnant energies that have been embedded in different areas of your body. Think of your body as this sponge that is kind of like soaking in everything all the time. I noticed that is so real because I will go around people that are claimed to be very spiritual and positive, and they have a lot of money even, and I will go do like readings and things for them, and I come out super like tired. Even as I'm doing the work, I'm yawning, and I'm just like, and then sometimes like right after, and here I go with my crystals, and I go with all of my protection, but even then my energy feels like very depleted. And this is because I absorb, or they kind of become like the succubus type energy that absorbs all of my magic prana, because they're sharing whatever it is that they're sharing and whatever it is that they want me to do for them. And as a sponge that we are, then I take in all of their yuck energy. So by tapping, we're releasing all that yuck energy that other people or even places or situations have unfortunately been stored within our divine temple, which is our bodies. So when you use the different EFTs that I'm going to be sharing with you in this class, I want you to look like, what is it you're trying to manifest? Of course, it's wealth. But example, since we're going to be doing like the first one is going to be on the lottery, there's a lot of like negativity behind the lottery. And I'm the first one that I've always told you I don't do a lot of the lottery stuff because I've heard so much negative stories. And every time that I would play, I would always feel like, I don't know, it was always so. I started to do different EFTs and stuff. And this is going to sound crazy, but it wasn't so much for me to win the lottery, but to gift that to people around me winning. Because if these individuals around me are winning, then they'll take care of me, which is awesome, but it will bless them. So when you're doing EFT, you, just like scripting and everything I teach you, you could do this for other people. Now, what happens with that, when you're blessing someone else through your own, work, you're giving them your time, right? You are creating like this beautiful wave of gratitude because you're expressing a gift. Kind of, it's almost like you're doing charity work, right? And charity work is always very like blessed, always very blessed, especially when you do it from the heart. Sorry, my kitty. It's raining, so she gets like really excited and she wants to like look at what's going on the window. So I kind of opened it for her so she could enjoy that magic. So when you're doing this type of work and you're gifting it to someone else, it's very positive when you see the fruition. Like, think about maybe someone that's going through stuff and you're wanting them to be blessed with large sums of money because maybe they have children they have to take care of, or maybe they have bills, or what. Well, we all have bills, but maybe they have like huge debt, that they're like overwhelmed, distressed by, security issues. For me, my main thing is my home, which is a lot for all of us. So I have to she gets so excited. So think about, you could do this, of course, for yourself. I'm always doing everything for myself, but for me, just hearing other people manifesting feels so good. When I hear you guys are like, Daisy, I did this, girl, and oh my goodness, the outcomes were this, or I manifested that, or can you believe this happened? That makes me feel really good. When it doesn't, I freak out. Now, we've also been working on switch words. And these are divine words that are kind of absorbed by our subconscious. And the reason why they're called switch words is because they will switch, like flip a switch for you to attract certain things in rapid fire, like super fast. So think about wanting to bring in certain things in your life. Maybe you want to flow more wealth. Maybe you need to collect because somebody owes you money. So there's just very different words that have different outcomes, and you should have already seen the module for switch words. You could use the EFT tapping to use those words and incorporate them into the verbal tapping that you're doing in your divine system. I will try to create like different modules or audio videos for you to use, but I want you to think, because you want to make your tapping very personal, because only you really know what it is that is blocking you. Maybe this was a situation, this was a mentor, a teacher, childhood trauma. It could be just like so many things. It could be the television, watching certain sitcoms and movies. I started to, one of the things that really blew me away was when I would see like, I wanted to always be like a successful writer, but then I would see like writers that were always claiming that they didn't have enough money. And I was like, how are they making millions of dollars and not having enough money? So it was very like yuck to me, right? So it took me to delete, cancel out all of that. That's their life. That was the way they ran things, the way they did things. And what I started to do was I started to look for authors and writers that had a really pretty lifestyle, you know, very similar, not exactly the same because we're all different, but very inspired by them because of the way they had their lifestyles. You know, they had their decent sized house. They, you know, they weren't like, oh, Bugattis and, you know, because that is not me. Again, this is, I'm sharing it through my vision and my eyes and, you know, my intentions and desires. So you're going to co-create through what you intend and you desire and what you want, because ultimately your vision and my vision are going to be very different. But, and this is why I say when you create your story in the beginning, it's really important that it's something that you ultimately intend and desire. And I have another story that I'm going to share about somebody that went through what she thought that she wanted, intended, and desired, and she became super burnt. In the beginning, she was very happy because she made her first whatever $100,000, and then she started scaling, and it got to the point that she became so overwhelmed because she was trying to keep up with a sort of lifestyle that really wasn't what she wanted. It was because she was mirroring the people that were around her. So the whole thing is you absorbing what is right for you, what is intended for you, because that's what you want, what you truly want. And sometimes we think we want this or that and the other because we see it, but we start to learn what it is that we intend and desire, what it is that we truly want. And I've been going through that too, you know, because of what I truly want is to not only to be successful myself, but for my children to be super successful, for my husband to realize his dreams, and to live this kind of like very excited, relaxed, go with the flow lifestyle, because I'm a hermit. I'm very go with the flow. Like Spirit is always telling me, you need to build a community, you need to, you know, have like, you know, connect with people and have those interactions. And that is something that I'm working on, that is still really hard for me. Like even when I have like live Zooms where we're interacting, it's still really, really difficult for me, because I don't know, it's just kind of like my kryptonite, right? So you'll start to learn and scale, but on your own, like on your own timeline, like what is best for you. You know, you don't, and it's, yeah, getting uncomfortable because you're going to grow, but not an uncomfortability that's going to be like, oof, I don't like this. More like, okay, it is a little scary, but I'm excited. I always say that I'm excited, but I'm a little nervous. So, and it's kind of like my way to be like, okay, this is happening, and I know I'm gonna be freaked out, but I'm ready. Let's go for it. So take all this tapping, take everything that I share with you here, and make it your own. That is what I want you to take from this class. It's not about doing everything the way I show you. It's about you taking everything and then flipping it and making it your own. Because a lot of the times, like one of the things that I said to Spirit, and I don't have it right here, I is asking like certain questions. You know, it's really, really important when we ask, you know, why hasn't, I'll say like, well, I did all this, I followed all of these mentors and whatever, why didn't this work? What am I doing wrong? What do I have to add? And Spirit always says you have to make it your own. So you have to make it your own. Very important. So when you're doing this tapping, yes, I'm going to verbally express over you blessings, but if you feel little words come up, positive words, for you to integrate and add into the tapping, do so, because that is your higher self, that divine God power that relies inside of you, sharing with you what fits, what resonates, and what you need to amplify what we are already working on. So I'll see you on the next video. Namaste.